To get a better look at the weather, let's take a look at our view from the National Weather Service satellite, perched in orbit 22 zillion miles out in space. Now, there's a cold front moving into the Michiana area, and it looks like we may be getting some rain soon. Ah, there's the rain now, and it's coming down pretty hard. And I think we'll see this will quickly turn to snow as the temperature drops suddenly, as we get fierce northerly winds coming in through the area. So as you can see, for the next hour, the situation is definitely beyond our control.
Hello and welcome to the Dick Addis Talk-O-Rama, starring who else? Dick Addis. Yes, Dick will bring sunshine into your day and warmth into your heart with lively talk and intelligent conversation for the afternoons. And now, if you're quite ready, here he is, Fraser Thomas. Dick Addis. Sorry.
Hello out there, and welcome to my show. It's a balmy 87 degrees outside the studio under clear blue skies, and it looks like it's going to be another golden day here in Michiana. The perfect weather for some nice conversation. Well, let's welcome my first guest, shall we? He comes to us all the way from India, and you know him as the cinematographer from Gandhi. Let's talk to Raheem Galubi. Welcome to the show, Raheem.
Well, thank you, Dick. I'm very happy to be on your show.
So tell me, Raheem, you spent a lot of time working on Gandhi. What was it like?
Well, it was a deep spiritual experience for me, dramatizing the life of our great spiritual leader, Mahatma Gandhi.
And tell me, how was the weather during your filming?
Well, the weather was okay, Dick, aside from the monsoons in the spring.
Oh, yes, the monsoons. Now, for our Michiana viewers, the monsoons are wind systems that bring very large amounts of precipitation to the Asian coastland in the springtime. So I bet you, nevertheless, we're dominated by very long-term high-pressure systems most of the year, weren't you?
Well, I didn't really think about it much, Dick. I just thought...
Do you call yourself a filmmaker?
Well, I'm sorry, Dick.
Well, our next guest is quite a controversial figure. He's a member of a South American terrorist group by the name of the People's something or another. Let's welcome Senor X.
Thank you very much, Dick. I would just like to show my appreciation for allowing me to be on this program and to express my own group's political viewpoint, the people's, whatever you call them, Dick, doesn't matter. But my group feels that the present government in my country is very incompetent.
So the humidity is extremely oppressive in the tropical regions, hmm?
Yeah, we sweat a lot.
Well, luckily, we're spared the excessive humidity up here in Michiana, except during the dog days of August when, you know, temperatures might get up into the 80s, and maybe even a few days when it gets up into the 100-degree level. Time to pull off the Snuggies and head for the beach.
What?
Well, thank you, Mr. Senor X. And now we have with us an author of some of the most sizzling, hot romance novels that you ladies pick up in droves at the grocery store. Here to tell us all about the passion of her hot, new, burning passion book on the Canadian Mounties, here's Mary Tyler Amuri. Welcome, Mary.
I'm sorry.
It's nice to be here, Dick.
Well, tell me, how many novels have you written?
Well, I've written 12, but I hope to improve next month.
So, Mary, why don't you tell me a little bit about the book?
Well, my latest book, The Hot, Burning Passion of the Canadian Mounties, concerns the hot, seething passion of the Canadian Mounties and their women.
Well, Mary, correct me if I'm wrong here, but this does take place in Canada, doesn't it? So how can you take into account this hot, burning theme in an area known for its cool, low-pressure areas and lake-effect snows?
Well, the theme of the hot, seething romance doesn't really concern the weather, but more the hot, passionate love of the Canadian Mounties and their women. For instance, here's a part of my book. Jacques held Maria in his firm, strong arms. She could feel the brass buttons of his Canadian Mountie costume pressing against her firm body. In a swirl, Jacques picked her up and laid her gently on the polar bear rug. In the light of the fire, his eyes shone passionately as Maria intoned softly, "Oh, Jacques, 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 I love you, my dear, sweet Jacques, Jacques."
Bravo, bravo, andale, Chihuahua.
Tell me, Mary, from the feeling I get in that scene, it was snowing, am I correct?
I didn't really notice, but they were in a cabin anyway.
Oh, I
so.
guess it really doesn't make that much difference. And besides, we're out of time. I'd like to thank my guests. And to you out there, may all of your skies be sunny. May all of your pressure fronts be high. And may all of your precipitation be limited to scattered showers on the other side of town. I'm Dick Addis. Good night. Well, I think you'll agree with me that so far it's been pretty gloomy and at least a little wet. To get a more nebulous view of this situation, let's go directly to our own WNDU-TV ComSat Weather 1000 satellite, 40 feet above our weather studios. We switch now to a live remote. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. We have to go to a commercial. We'll be back right after this message.
Well, Mr. Addis, we'd like to thank you for hosting Beyond Our Control, and here's your complimentary BOC button.
Thank you very much, kids.
Well, Mr. Addis, how would you describe today's show? Was it enjoyable?
Or was it informative?
Or was it 30 minutes too long?
Or was it antiseptic?
Well, no, actually, I found it rather stoic in its sublime intentions.
Oh.
So, we'll see you next week with more subliminal humor on Beyond Our Control.